Hi.
Hi, have you read any good books lately?
No, I haven't. What about you?
Yes, I just got done reading The Final Warning by James Patterson.
Really, what is it about?
It's part of the Maxim and Ride series.
Oh, well, I haven't read that book yet. What is it about?
Well, it talks about what Max and Flock do after her half-brother Ari dies. They have his funeral. After that, the Erasers, humans that turn into wolves, come and attack them after. And Max's mom convinces her and the Flock to go on a trip to Antarctica to learn all about global warming.
Really? What happens while they're on the boat?
While they're on the boat, they meet all of the doctors and learn more about global warming.
Oh, what happens when they go to Antarctica?
Well, Max and the Flock go with the scientist, and while the scientists study the penguins, the Flock plays with them. Then a leopard seal attacks one of the scientists. By the time Max and Fang get to rescue the scientist, they find out that the scientist was actually a robot that was spying on them. So they go back to the lodge to decide if they should go back home or not.
Do they end up staying?
Well, they decided to stay one more night at the hotel, but by the time they wake up, Max and Fang notice that Angel and her talking dog Total are missing.
Do they find her?
Well, they go out and look for her, and they find her trapped in a hole with Total and Akila, the boat owner's dog. But by the time they find her, it is too cold to walk back to the lodge. Do they hide in a cave?
Do they make it back to the lodge?
Well, while they are out in the snow, these robots came and captured them.
What about the rest of the flock?
They were captured too. Then they were all flown to a building in Florida. When they arrived at the building, the person that controlled the robot told them about his plan to sell them for millions of dollars.
What did the flock do?
Well, while the person in charge of the robots was trying to negotiate with the people he was selling the flock to, Max and the others were acting terrible. The people that were about to buy them changed their minds and left.
What happened next?
Then, a hurricane hit and the building collapsed. Max and the flock escaped by flying out of the building, but the robots and the man in charge of them all died.
Wow, what did the flock do after that?
They flew back to Washington to Max's mom and Jeb Batchelder, the scientist who created them.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was when Max and the others were on the hurricane flying around and they barely made it out.
Well, it looks like we're out of time. Make sure to tune in next week to see how a man beat up a bear with a Coke bottle.